we also have a live guest right here in the studio. He is a Reverend Paul Freeman. I like the name, Paul Freeman. Does it have to do with anything that had to do with slavery or Freeman?
Yeah, Freeman is good to carry everyone along.
Mm,
Reason because when you are free, everybody come close to you.
mm,
But when you are not free, you neglected people.
mm.
We don't hold person for mind. We accommodate everyone to be loved and then to be have freedom of living.
All right.
That's the free man,
Mm,
how he was.
all right.
If somebody don't know much about Freeman, then how will you tell you that Freeman? Personally, I am Freeman. I am close to everyone.
Freeman, and
I
we're
accommodate
celebrating
everybody. Yeah.
independence.
Yeah.
Now, so we're looking at inclusive development, youth, women, and the informal economy. Now, if you look at it, women make up the larger part, or most 50% of the informal economy. But if you look at uh, access to credit, if you look at training and recognition, they often say they are being sidelined, they are not really considered. And the informal economy makes up a whole lot chunk of the economy. Even in this new tax law that's coming in 2026, we're also planning to capture the informal economy. So, how do we incorporate the women in the informal economy?
I'm very glad. I don't know God is able and God does something better for me today to hear about women affairs.
Mm.
I wrote a book called Women's World, Build Your Nation,
Mm.
Nation Builders, and Build Your Home. These are my topic. Women's World means it without the women, the world will not create.
Mm.
Because God gave the women the edge, the power
Mm.
to make us as we are. Man cannot breed children except women.
Mm.
And women normally show the most responsibility, 95% at home. But we don't give them audience. And they cherish a lot for our children. They care, they do a lot of works. We have to give them kudos for that. The women have done well. Now, presently, we have more women than the men. And moreover, we have landladies and more than landlords. Reason because we, the men, we always departed quickly as long as possible, while the women are continuing staying. But when you look at the women's atmosphere of the whole scenario, woman works hardly. Now, first and foremost, the woman carry her husband, carrying children, taking pregnancy, getting to this one way and the other, taking care of home, make sure things are normalized. If the children are crying, you know. If you're a child, baby today, if he's crying, the mother will hold your hand, you know where he's feeling. You take care of it. So, women's world is more important than what today. I never knew that God is going to make it possible to mention it to people to see. Because we need to orientate the women. Their right direction, where they're supposed to go, and what they're supposed to do, and what they are doing. We're supposed to support them. Before, in our formal time, if somebody have a children, he said, you're a housewife. You're not supposed to do anything. That is the main thing. Those who have money say, you are a housewife. The housewife will stay at home, just looking, just find nanny to do this one. No. Some of our families, some of us, a woman can have maybe 3 children with different fathers. Some of the fathers, we are not consistent because we love outside more than in. And women cannot take, let me say, 3 men in the house at the same time. But only man can take 3 wives or 4 wives at home. So you can see where the problem lies on. So we, some along the line, we wanted to try as much as possible to have 4 wives, 3 wives, this and that. But the woman, sometimes they disappointed him. He will leave, he marry another person. But all these children, they will leave you on his own. You will shoulder all the responsibility. Now, I wanted to look at it if you have a cat at home. And the kind of behavior you can see the cat, if no matter what it is, if you have kitty at home like this, you care for it. The female one, care a little. You cannot touch that kitty when it's baby. If you touch him, you took the child away and care for him somewhere you will not see. After when he grow, come outside before you can see. That is the way the women are. We should cherish women because they did a lot. Without them, God will not give him the money. You can see that Jesus Christ's mother was following Jesus until the grave. How many men was there at that time? And that woman too, and by and large, they must have something to do. The men, because of our selfishness, by having many wives and other things, we have put enmity between the family.
All right.
That enmity caused a lot of harm. So, moreover, they have not been training our children very well. The generation to come have now, because I personally would say I'm a polygamous child.
Why do we have so many young people, going into the informal sector instead of the normal 9-to-5 formal jobs that we all were, grew up to?
There's a big problem. Wow. First and foremost, the area we have to look at, we didn't. And moreover, too, we found ourselves a very big mistake that we thought is right, when we are wrong. Every youth in society is natural, is the born of this nation. The nation gathered a lot because census, we didn't know exactly children we have in our community. Presently, if you have interest in children, and whatever your values about they are more important to the society, you might find solution to their problem. One, today education dead. Let's talk the truth. There's no job creativity. That's another area. So most of our children are on the street. And while they are on the street, they group themselves with their friends in different kind of life they were practicing, go from other houses to other way around. By and large, too, sometimes you can see those who call, the average percentage they are riches. Their children also come closer to those who are not, and then they follow their system by whatever they do. So automatically, it go a long way. I have a child. I want it to be my best boy in the world and my best golden girl in the world. So that is it. So more or less, I can poison in mind with money and some other things, give you all fertilities. Then that child will come outside and say, "Oh, this is my classmate." You can see now after the classmate, you have poisoned their mind against what you do when this guy cannot do it. So you drop in somewhere, you reach out home, tomorrow we'll meet again. So these are the things that are going wrong. But we, the parents, have to checkmate those things and know. But the problem is that if the government we have made provision to that, it will be the best. And then we can gain that. Because when they are not taking care of our education, the same thing applies to medical sector. Now, presently we have go doctors. If you're a doctor, you go to hospital, you have to see go before he can treat you. We don't have doctor who more or less have been to university. When they come back, we are expecting it to be we got doctor to do the right thing. They have to look at go before something may happen. That is not the way we were expecting. In the olden days, I will tell you, if an old man saw you when you are coming, say, "You know what will happen to you," you will tell him, "Look, if you look at your face, you look at your face, I know you're suffering for this one." I say, "Yes, but yeah, this is a treatment. Just right for you. Go and take it. You will see, okay." I wanted to just put point blank. Every person in this world is good for God created. You are very, very good. Because everything God made is good. In entity, you personal, you are very good because God never condemning you the other way. But we condemn ourselves due to the fact that we don't give them the provision to the children to grow in particular area God wanted to be.
Okay, boss. Let's bring this conversation. We are almost rounding up. Our time is way spent, and we are grateful you're here. So let's hold you on this before you run away. Let's talk development, youth in sports, grassroots development, which is one particular area we know you've really played for a very long time and tried to get people active out of crime and find if sports is their delight and a way they can get means of living. How can the government come in? We are 65. We are looking forward to the future. How can the government come in for grassroots sports development, both for male and female?
I'll be very glad if the government have interest in sports. It's not by jubilating. We went to basketball and we win, which you don't know where they started from. we want to be a World Cup champions. Why we don't know the players? They are not playing league in our society. And then when they are scouting outside, we brought them in to come and play for Nigeria. That's what we want to talk about, but we have to start somewhere else. Now I've got some people who are carrying on that responsibility. Most of the time, everything starts from school. From school, primary school and secondary school. Because in our time, we play in school tournaments. Then we gain from them, we can pick talent hunted from that area. Now we have that something like say under 12, under 13, under 8, then they play league within the community. We can play in schools. These are the area we can spot talent hunters. And moreover too, you build it to one particular area, have a coach, training them, put them right, make provision toward that. Now, our sports commission are not interested in that. They are interested in money and to make sure that they don't care about the children's welfare. Only when you say you are good, they will take you and use you. That is all about. Now, I will give you one example. Okocha, past present national team player, they play mock football at Ajegule, Navy ground. And we spot them from there. By spotting them, they say, okay, you are good for this, you are communicate this and that. That's what happened. In Lagos State can tell you more or less. That's where they get a national team from. Now they went and they played, they become something. When was there, one of them come down and say, let me put that grassroots. Now we can see Mali from the Mali or Senegal, he put the children to the right direction. Some of the other players outside, they do something for grassroots, but we will not do it. And when we are not doing it, exceptionally, the sports commission have interest. Now, I will say this because I feel very bad. Day and night, I'm in sports. Every Tuesday and Thursday, if you want to see me, you see me. Even I will stand and teach. I'm still teaching for my 80 years as I am right now. I still been playing. I have do sports. Somebody said, Baba, you are not reached 80. You are just about 65. I say, thank you, because sports make me as I am. And I love you too much because if I see it, people are saying my dream. And moreover, I'm seeing we are wasting some of children. We are many. We need a lot of children who are talent. How could you hunt this one? But everything has to start from school. If you can start from private schools, fine, but beautifully. It will make it good. So it's probably you to make on school curriculum that you might play league, you might play something day and time. I think that would be the best way. Because we have to go to that, because I feel bad. I feel disappointed that some of our coaches who did well in the past.
Okay.
Tunde Drusu did that. He made under 16. I thought that would be. Now, if you don't travel most about sports, I travel to Ghana and I know much about how they do. They have juvenile league on the grassroots.
Thank you very much, Reverend Freeman, for being part of this celebration with us today.